American Adventure.
You know what day this is?
It's the first.
That's right. Do you have the $5 for the payment?
Well, let's see. I got $2 in bills, and I got some change. Let's see here. $3, $4, and this here makes 60, and this 30 from Miss Thompson makes $4.90.
Well, you're 10 cents short.
Well, I thought that's what it was.
Why didn't you charge that last customer 40 cents instead of 30?
She didn't have 40 cents worth of laundry.
George, look here. You got to pay $5 a month on this house or lose it. And today is the day you pay. When that old man comes around...
Don't fret. Don't fret yourself, Petrie. My, you do get worried.
Well, work it out yourself, then.
The old man told me when I bought this little house that if I couldn't meet a payment, I could make it up. I've done that before.
Here's a dime to go with the $4.90, George.
Now, Petrie.
Take the dime in exchange for the sermon.
I'll pay you back this afternoon.
I know you will. But you the poorest businessman I ever saw.
No, that isn't so. I got this house and a lot worth something now. Town's moving this way.
Well, now, that's a fact I admit.
Worth far more now than when I bought it. Or so Mr. Davis says.
Well, who's he?
He's one of my customers. He says that this lot's going to be worth big money before long.
So? More reason for you to keep up them payments.
Well, I'm keeping them up. Now, don't fret yourself. Here. Help me get this bucket of water on the stove, will you?
Sure.
There, let it heat a while I iron these clothes.
Well, I gotta go, George. I'm sorry to bother you so much anyway.
No bother, Petrie.
When you get as old as me, can't find a job, you have to depend on your boys. Well, time gets heavy.
I'm happy to have you come by. When you gonna let me teach you how to read?
Nobody could teach me nothing. I was telling Florence the other day that when she married me, she sure married... Holy. There's the old man, George.
Why, good morning, sir. I have your $5 payment right here. Let me see. Where did I put that dime? Petrie, where's that dime?
I'll give it to you a minute ago.
Oh, yes, here it is. There you are, sir. $5.
Let me see. 2, 3, change makes 50 cents, 75, $1. That's $4, and this makes $5. All right, George.
Would you make out a receipt, sir?
Huh? Oh, yes, of course. You got a piece of paper?
Here you are.
From George Carver, $5. What's the date, 14th?
Yes, sir.
All right there.
Thank you.
George, I got a question about this property. I got another lot about 2 blocks from here.
Yes, sir.
A lot about this size, or maybe bigger.
Yes, sir. I don't need any more land, sir.
No, but I was wondering if you would consent to my moving this house to that lot and then taking over this one myself.
Sir?
It's not so complicated, George.
Well, I'd like to do you a favor, but why move my laundry? I'm established here.
Well, you can soon get established those extra 2 blocks.
Is it nearer to town?
Well, it's only 2 blocks further. You can carry the laundry 2 more blocks, can't you?
Yes, sir, I can, sir, but
Good Lord, I always thought a man was willing to work.
Yes, sir, I work.
Wouldn't put you out much. Frankly, I'm sorry I sold you this house and lot. I wouldn't have done it except I thought I could do you a favor.
Yes, sir.
So now I'm asking you to do me one, that's all. What do you say?
I say no.
Petrie, now.
That's what it says, no.
Who's that?
He's a man that comes in here to talk to me.
I'm talking business to you, not to him.
George says no.
Now, you be quiet.
George, tell him no.
I think I'll have to tell you no, sir. I really do. In all fairness to myself.
Think it over, George. Don't be hasty.
What do you think about that now? Move a house to another lot. As if we didn't know that this lot has got valuable since he done sold it. Thinks we got no sense at all.
Be quiet, Petrie.
Doing you a favor when they sold it, he said.
Well, I was glad to get it, I'll admit. And he let me by a couple of months without paying it. I gotta respect that.
You better listen to me, boy.
I know. Business is business.
You don't know, neither. Give away this. Do laundry for nothing. Spend long hours adding up figures for a storekeeper, somebody you never even seen before. Anybody could come in here and you do anything for him and charge nothing.
Look, Petrie, I know how to read and write. Now, look here. That's something a man ought to share with everybody. 'Cause some people haven't had the chance.
You didn't have that chance either. Oh, I'm sorry I had to butt in when I did, George.
Don't worry about it, Petrie. I know where your feeling is. Don't worry about little things like that.
See, George, tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, is it? Well, I'll get you a present.
No, you won't either, and I mean it. But I wonder if when I get through dinner tomorrow night, I couldn't bring you a piece of my birthday cake. Florence is fixing one.
I ain't had a cake in quite a spell, Petrie.
Well, then, I just bring it around, George. Goodbye, son. Florence said it won't any good, but I don't know how a woman judges a cake. They talk about it, how it stands or sits, or how the grain looks. I don't know that she ever even tasted it before she said it won't no good.
It's good.
Sure it is. She's a good woman. You got all this laundry to do tonight?
I'm going to wash it out so I can iron it tomorrow.
Did you hear any more from the old man about that lot? George, I said, did you hear any more about that lot?
Well, I did, yes.
You did?
The old man came back this morning. Said he wondered if I'd thought it over.
Well, I declare. George, you're going to have trouble with that man.
I don't think so.
What did he say?
He just talked. He wanted to know if I'd changed my mind.
You got somebody that wants to buy that land, I want you.
I didn't ask him about that.
What did you say?
I told him I didn't want to sell particularly or trade or whatever he wants to do. He said he might pay me something in addition.
Yeah?
I told him no.
That's right, George. I told Florence about it.
Why?
I just talked is all. She said not to sell. She said folks around here are counting on you, George, 'cause you got education and all. Counting on you not to make no business mistakes.
That's silly.
Is it? No, I'm proud of you, George. So's everybody. You come up from slavery like most of us. You got knowledge and ability, and you work. My, you work. You doing it, ain't you?
I'm doing the best I can. Now, let me put those clothes in the water.
Was your ma a slave, George?
Yes, she was.
Did she work as hard as you?
I don't know. I never saw her. She was carried off by bushwhackers in the war. Mr. Carver, her owner, lived in Missouri.
I see. How about your pa?
I never knew who he was.
You see there? Up from nothing, George, to owning a valuable piece of land, knowing how to read and write and paint pictures, knowing how to sing from print. Oh, everybody around is naturally looking for you to show the way.
Now, stop talking like that, Petrie. People ain't got no right to expect me to show a way to anything. Who am I? Now, let's not talk no more about this. After all, I got a right to this land. I'm paid up, and I'm not going to give it away or do anything foolish, Petrie. Now, smile.
I wonder if you can help yourself, George.
Oh, look here, the old man probably ain't going to ever come back no more. Smile, Petrie. Smile.
Now, George, I've been here. This is the third morning.
Yes, sir. Excuse me. Petrie, would you put some more wood in that stove for me?
All right, George.
Yes, sir.
I've been here 3 times now for your answer about that lot.
Yes, sir. Well, I don't want to bother you, sir, but I can't see any reason to move.
George, look here. Let me tell you something. I'm not aiming to get mad now or lose my temper. I'm going to try to make this as clear as I can. I want this lot. Now, I'm offering to pay you a little something for your inconvenience. Now, we all have to live on this earth together, and as we help one another, we help ourselves. Ain't that so?
Yes, sir. And very well said.
Now, I'm asking a favor of you, one not easy to ask. I'm asking you for the 3rd time now, will you swap lots with me or not?
Well, sir, this lot is fairly valuable now.
What?
I said it's fairly valuable, I'm told by some friends, sir. The town is moving this way.
Well, that's something to be seen, of course.
That's my opinion, at any rate. I've thought over your proposition. I want to help you as much as I can, but I'm not going to trade lots with you, so my answer is no.
Now, George, I'm a businessman. I'm trying to put this on a business basis.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you one more time.
George has answered you, sir.
Stay out of this, Petrie.
I'm asking you this one last time, George.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm clear in my own thinking. I'll not sell.
Well, look here. I reckon you know I can take this lot away from you if I want to.
I have a written agreement.
Yes, you do, and it says you're to pay me $5 a month. Have you done it?
I missed a month or two, as you said I could, and made it up.
Does the paper say you could miss payments?
You said I could.
What does the paper say?
What do you mean?
Tell me what the agreement says.
It says $5 a month.
Have you done it?
But you said...
Have you done it?
Well, I've done what you said I could when I signed. I said that I might not be able to pay every month, and
Have you done it?
No, I ain't done it.
That's what the paper says you have to do. You've broken it. Now, George, I'm going to be kind to you because I think you're a good nigger. I'll still make my offer to trade lots with you and move this little house without costing you anything. And what do you say, George?
I reckon...
You better think this over, George.
Yes, I would like to think it over.
Think it over. I'll come back one more time.
Petrie?
Yeah?
You're right about that man.
I know I am. Have known.
I had a good deal of hope, you know. I had a long way to come to get where I am, like you said.
Yeah, I know.
Petrie?
Yeah?
Would you help me move that easel up here to where the light is?
Sure.
I gotta paint on that new picture a while, Petrie. I gotta get my mind on something before I get to thinking too much.
Florence sent this sauerkraut down to you, boy.
Huh?
Yeah, you better eat something.
Oh, no, thank you.
Did the old man come back?
Not this afternoon. Would you help me move this easel back to the lantern near the stove?
Sure.
Watch it there. Don't let the brush fall.
Hey, you done a lot of work on that picture today.
Yes, I do believe that this time I'm going to be able to paint that flower. I've been trying for years to paint an orchid, but it's got to look shy, as if it's afraid to boast of its own beauty. And it's hard to get just the right shade of delicacy to it. But I think I'm going to make it this time, Petrie.
Oh, it's pretty. And that picture looks just like a flower.
I haven't seen an orchid in quite a while now, but I must have a memory better than most folks.
Yeah, you do.
I can remember flowers and faces, words, scenes, pretty and ugly. I remember many an ugly thing.
Yeah, I reckon you would, George.
I remember some nice things. I remember Mrs. Carver, one of the Lord's own. Oh, my, she was a fine person. I remember how she would make fish chowder. Mr. Carver would go down the brook and catch a brim and bring 'em back. Small fish, bony, you know. And if it hadn't been for Mr. and Mrs. Carver...
Yeah. Hey, you want me to put the sauerkraut on a dish for you?
Oh, I'm not hungry, Petrie.
Have you yet?
No.
Well, here, eat it out of the bowl.
No, I don't want to eat.
What am I going to tell Florence you said about it?
Well...
You don't want me to lie, do you, George?
No. Let me have a fork and I'll eat it.
Here you are, boy.
Miss Carver would make sauerkraut, too, sometimes, in the wintertime. Well, this is very good, Petrie.
I'll tell Florence.
This is awful good. I gotta hurry up and finish, though, and get back to that picture.
George, tell me. Tell me something.
Yeah?
You gonna let this place go?
I don't know.
You could get a lawyer. I know a colored lawyer.
Yeah, I could.
Fight the old man in court. It costs money. I got very little, but...
That's very good sauerkraut.
George, listen now. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna finish that picture. I ought to do the laundry, but I just can't take a chance on that. When I paint, I'm concentrating, you see, and I'm thinking about something beautiful. It isn't like doing laundry.
George, if you were to have your wishes, You ain't wish you wanted right now, this minute? What would it be?
To paint that picture of an orchid.
Is that what you want to be? A painter?
Yes, more than anything.
Is that what you're gonna do before you're done?
I got that in my mind. And I also got in my mind that I ought to go to the South and help my people.
Doing what?
Well, there are many things they don't know. But then there's so much that I don't know that I ought to. I remember so much. But I don't understand all of it, you see.
Why don't you go back to school?
I'd like to. Someday I will. I'd hope that maybe... Look, let's not talk about it anymore. I want to paint this picture.
But what are you going to tell the old man?
I don't know. I'm not going to think about it anymore.
George.
I just can't understand. I could think about it for a year and not be able to understand. It would just get bitter and more bitter and not be any clearer in 5 years than right now. I'm not going to let myself hate him, though. But when I think of all that I could do with the money this lot is worth, the people who need help, people who have helped me, I get angry. You've never seen me angry, have you?
No, I haven't, Joe.
I hope I won't get angry tomorrow. Somehow God has to help me to keep from it. I've got to keep from hating him. If I hate him, I'm lost. I'm through. Everything is lost. I can't let this ruin me.
I don't fully understand you, George.
Well, that's why I'm painting this picture. And I've had it in my mind for months. It's the best picture I can do. And I've got to work on it. Not let this other thing bother me.
Hello, George.
Hello, sir.
What you doing?
I was just looking at a picture I finished earlier this morning. A painting.
Oh. Well, what do you think about the lot, George?
I think that you should follow what you told me and let me keep the lot, even if I've broken the written agreement.
No, I can't do that.
I'm asking you to...
Now, look here. Now, look here.
This means as much to me as I imagine it could ever mean to anybody, anywhere, any time. I've got very little chance.
No, I want the lot. Never would have sold it if I'd known the town was moving this way. Now, what do you say?
I say this lot belongs to me by any study of what's right and wrong.
What does the agreement say?
Justice says that...
I'm just interested in what the agreement says. I didn't come down here for such as you to give me a sermon. I get my sermons on Sunday.
I see, sir.
Then remember it.
Remember, yes, remember. I remember 1,000 other times in 1,000 places in this and other states. There are 100,000 things I can remember that crowd my mind with hate. I guess I just don't understand how people can be like they are if they believe there's a God in heaven. He's watching you, sir.
Huh?
He's watching you right now in this place. The God that's justice and beauty is watching you.
What do you say about the lot, George?
Take it. What else can I say?
You want to sign this here paper, George, right here?
No, I don't. Just take the lot.
George, I'm going to take this lot. Now, if you sign the paper, I'll move your house to another lot and let you have that one. It's something I'm doing for you. I don't like to be mean in business dealings, never have had any patience with people like that, God being my witness. I want to be fair. Now, you'd better sign the paper.
No, sir.
I'm not coming back, George. The next time you hear from me will be a court order throwing you out in the street.
All right. Then I'll set up my tub, my washboard, and my ironing board up in the street. When my customers come by, I'll tell them what's happened.
And I'll have the police move you in 5 minutes. Now, stop talking big.
You better stop talking, George. Get a lawyer or just stop talking.
So you're planning to get a lawyer, are you? Well, go ahead. I've seen your kind in court before. Now, you can't bluff me, George. I got a paper that's been broken. But if you want to go to court...
Petrie, what am I going to do?
I'm offering you another lot, and I'll move your house. Just sign here on that line. Here's a pencil.
George Washington Carver. There you are, sir. I had no choice.
Well, sometimes a man can fight, and sometimes he can't. I'll get the house moved directly.
Yes, sir.
Where are you going?
Excuse me, I believe I'd better start painting on another picture, if you don't mind. Let me move this one off the table. Give me that canvas there, Petrie.
Yeah, George.
Say, this is real pretty. What you done painted here? A geranium, ain't it?
No, sir, it's an orchid.
Pretty as I ever saw. You're quite a painter, George. My wife grew flowers before she died. I never had much truck with them. She grew all kinds. She'd have gone plumb crazy over a picture like this.
I'm glad you like it, sir.
Well, I got a place in my house in a room she used for arranging flowers. Got a fireplace in there. And a picture like this could hang over the mantel. Be pretty.
Yes, sir.
It's an awful bare room now without her. How much you want for it, George?
I tell you what, sir. I'd be pleased if you would... It's not for sale.
Oh, you can use some money. How much, George?
I never sell a picture, never have. Sometimes when a person likes one, I can't sell it.
Not at all?
No, sir. But I'd like to give you the picture as a present.
What?
I'd like to give you the picture as a present.
Well, George, I'd rather pay.
No, it isn't for sale. Here, I reckon it's dry enough to carry. This is the best picture I ever painted.
Now, look here. What are you trying to do? I can't accept a present from you. I insist on paying.
No, it's not for sale. Here you are, sir. I'd like to give it to you as a present.
But I'd rather pay.
I'm sorry, sir, but it's not for sale. I'd like to give it to you.
Well, you know your own mind. I got the paper signed, so I'll just hurry along. I'll see you, George.
Yes, sir.
George, you make me so mad I could take a piece of stove wood and beat you nigh to death.
You ought to learn to hold your temper, Petrie.
Jesus said, cast no pearls before swine, and you done it.
I know, Petrie. Don't I know that?
Why? Good Lord, why, George?
Because I felt myself beginning to hate him, so I just had to do it. I can't let any man make me hate him. I can't afford to do that. Jesus would understand that, wouldn't he?